A while ago, I made this lamp out of pallet wood. Today, I'm going to make another. Here's the design for this lamp. I started by cutting some 1 1/4 inch strips of wood for the arms. Next, I cut one of them to 12 inches. The other one got a mark at 12 inches in the middle of the board. Then I drew a circle around the mark and cut along it at the scroll saw to make a rounded edge. For the base, I cut a piece 6 inches long and ripped it down to 4 inches wide. Next, I ripped down another board to 1 1/4 inches and cut off two 2.5 inch pieces. I also cut off 2 small square pieces. Once all the pieces were cut, I sanded them down on the belt sander. The 2 small pieces will be knobs to adjust the arms. I rounded off the corners on the scroll saw. Next, I drilled a hole halfway through one of the small supports, the lower arm, and both the knobs, and then chiseled the holes into a square. Then, I glued a square nut in each of them. I also drilled a hole through one end of the upper arm, the rounded end of the lower arm opposite the nut, and through the middle of the other support. I started to assemble the lamp, screwing some threaded rod into the nuts, and then marked the correct length and cut the extra off. I drilled a hole through the upper arm, a 1/2 inch from each side for the lamp cord to pass through. Next, I assembled the lower arm with 2 supports and then glued the supports to the center of the base. After I took everything back apart, I put a coat of stain on all the pieces. Then I mixed up half polyurethane and half mineral spirits in a squeeze bottle to make some wipe-on poly. I put on 4 coats with a quick sanding between the last 2 for a thin protective coating. Now it's time to put it together. For the actual lamp part of the lamp, I'll need some rustic lamp cord, a lamp socket, an inline switch, and a plug. I threaded the cord through the 2 holes in the top arm and marked where I want the switch. Then I pulled the cord back out and untwisted it to just before my mark and cut the wire with black inner insulation. I trimmed back the fabric covering and added some super glue to keep it from unraveling. Next, I stripped the wires and connected them to the switch. Retwisted the wires and put the cover on the switch. Then I stripped and thinned the wires coming out of the switch. Threaded the cord back through the holes in the lamp and connected the lamp socket. The last step was to put a plug on the other end of the cord.